10 amazing facts about nature that will instantly make you a nature lover. Who doesn't love nature? It's the perfect place to spend time if you need to escape the hustle and bustle of life and get away from it all. But sometimes you don't need to be in nature to appreciate its beauty. Here are 10 amazing facts about nature that will instantly make you a nature lover. Number 1, the longest living thing on Earth. The quahog clam can live up to 500 years. These hardy creatures are able to survive for centuries because they have arrested development. They don't grow any larger than their original size, which is about 3 inches, so if something threatens them, it takes a very long time for them to die. The reason they live so long is because as soon as one part of their body begins to fail due to age, another part can take over that function, allowing that part of their body to remain alive, while only using it intermittently. Number 2, how many seeds can you eat? There are about 2,500 edible plants in the world. Of these, only a handful provide half of all calories and protein consumed by humans and livestock, reports David George Gordon in the Eat a Bug Cookbook. 40 Ways to Cook Grasshoppers, Ants, Water Bugs, Spiders, and their kin. Some 20 species of plants provide 90% of humanity's nutritional needs, yet only 3 have been domesticated into crops we eat. In other words, we rely on a very narrow gene pool to feed ourselves. Number 3, the Amazon rainforest. It's been studied for hundreds of years, but no one knows how many different species live in its dense vegetation. One study conducted in 2004 put that number at around 30 million, which is over 80% of all species on Earth. What was once thought to be a biodiversity hotspot may also be home to as much as half of all species on our planet. Not bad for an area that's less than 1% of our planet's surface. In fact, there are over 4,000 types of trees alone and more than 2,500 animal species known to live within it. Number 4, the Seychelles blue pigeon. Once upon a time, there was an isolated group of islands in Indian Ocean known as the Seychelles. On these remote islands is where you'll find one of the most incredible birds on Earth. It's called the Seychelles blue pigeon and it lives almost exclusively on coconut palm trees. The island conditions have made it so that its beak has evolved to become thinner and sharper than any other pigeon species in existence. This new beak allows them to easily cut coconuts from trees and crack them open without any trouble. But that's not all. Their feathers contain a substance called coralline, which is powerful enough to fight off bacteria, fungi, and even viruses. Number 5, ants are the strongest animal on Earth. Worker ants are capable of carrying 50 times their body weight. If an ant could stand on a scale, it would register at 500 pounds, as much as a full-grown tiger. And ants never take a break. They are always on task and always moving in one direction. This is called being directed. The largest group of animals on Earth is insects. There are more than 900,000 different species of insects and there could be millions more we have yet to discover. Insects make up approximately 80% of all animal species, way more than any other animal class, like mammals or birds. The only living creature that can see behind itself without turning its head is a jumping spider. Number 6, the largest flower. Among all of the large flowers, Rafflesia arnoldi produces the largest single bloom. Native to the rainforests of Malaysia and Indonesia, where it is one of 3 national flowers, the so-called monster flower can grow up to 3 feet in diameter and weigh up to 15 pounds. More than its size, though, Rafflesia is known for its scent. It sometimes shares the common name corpse flower with another giant bloom, Amorphophallus titanum, because they both reek of rotting meat, an adaptation they developed to attract flies, which help pollinate the plants. The monster flower grows only on the tendrils of the tetrastigma vine, which in turn only grows in pristine rainforest. This means the unusual bloom's habitat is rapidly disappearing. Number 7, where do plants get their energy from? Plants get their energy from light through a process called photosynthesis. This turns carbon dioxide and water into sugars. They can then use these sugars to fuel everything from growth to self-defense, or even to power internal processes like moving nutrients around. In most cases, plants can't create their own energy, so they need sunlight, or another source of light such as artificial lamps, to turn CO2 into sugars. They also need oxygen. One of the byproducts of photosynthesis is oxygen that we breathe in every day. Number 8, the oldest tree in the world. Some of you might have heard about a bristlecone pine tree that was cut down to study its age. This was named Methuselah, after Noah's father, Genesis 5:27. It is said to be at least 4,700 years old, making it one of oldest trees in history. It survived around 2,700 years before being cut down by a graduate student studying ecology at San Jose State University. Despite cutting down one of these amazing trees, some are still left standing, and there are quite a few reasons why they're considered some of Earth's most fascinating organisms. Number 9, the largest animals that ever lived on Earth. Believe it or not, they were actually whales. The blue whale has a heart that weighs as much as an elephant and is big enough for 2 people to stand inside of it. Their skin can be up to 4 inches thick, and we still don't know how old they get. Scientists currently estimate that their lifespan is at least 80 years, but some suspect they could live well over 100 years. Whales also have layers of thick blubber that keeps them warm and maintains body temperature while they are swimming through cold waters. It also allows them to survive when food is scarce, since it helps keep them warm internally while fasting until new sources of food become available. Number 10, the fastest growing plant on Earth. The fastest growing plant in nature is a species of bamboo. It can grow up to 36 inches in 24 hours. Bamboo is native to Asia, but has been spread around by humans. In fact, some species are so well adapted to human intervention that they have become invasive pests across entire continents. The world record for the fastest growing plant belongs to certain species of the 45 genera of bamboo, which have been found to grow at up to 91 centimeters per day, or at a rate of 0.00003 kilometers per hour. Some species can literally grow 30 inches per day. If you actually had the patience to sit there all day, you would notice the growth by the end of it. Well, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.